friends to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have to grow up and say, hey, why is the sun collapsing? Ask Steve, and Steve could explain it to you. And we got really good, capable friends that are going to help us. And they were going to annihilate us because we were destroying the sun, and that would have had a ripple effect and destroyed the entire universe.
Yeah,
but then they met me, and we discussed, like friends, solutions. And then they said, that's a good solution. We'll help you.
Well, that's good. I'm not trying to get the sun destroyed for sure. You know,
No,
that would
Who'd want
definitely.
that?
Yeah.
Would you want that?
I like
mean,
daylight. You know, that's
right?
what.
I want to live in a universe, right?
Yeah.
So when you represent the entire universe, sometimes you have to make decisions that are kind of hard for people to understand.
Right.
Because you're a billion years from now, or 1,000, or 10, or 1, because you're thinking a little bit different.
Into the future, yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you want to be here 10 years from now.
I definitely want to be here
know?
10 years from now.
You know, 20 years ago there wasn't internet. So if we were talking 20 years ago, we wouldn't be dealing with that.
Exactly right.
So if we're dealing with a society that's, 1,000 years more advanced, they're going to have different solutions.
100%. Yeah.
So we got to live with it and trust and have faith in God, and hopefully I get a ride when I get home and I can be with my family.
Absolutely.
But I owe you,
Steve, man. Absolutely, man. Just come back and see me, man. As long as
I've got some pictures in here from my family. I got some of your supplies, because I'm on Earth and I got to talk to my family on the phone.
Right.
So here's the place where I had to get my back and my body taken care of today because my spine is so tight. So I had to get a massage. It's just stuff to stay alive.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I need to get a massage.
Everyone needs a massage.
So at some point, yeah, for sure. I know.
You guys been working hard.
Oh my goodness, I'm on my feet all day. I'm afraid my feet are about to give out, and
because I thought I was going to die 90 days ago. So I've been trying to get away and stay alive. Because if I'm alive, everyone else is alive.
Yeah.
Because I invented an equation on how to teach people to love. Okay, so then once it started, a ripple effect occurred. And because I was the teacher, I'm the center. So every time the next group learned how to love, I was in the center of that group. And then that group learned, and I was in the center of that group. Because I was the one that was at the center. And am I Jesus? Who knows? Who cares? But the fact of the matter is, if you went back and looked at me inventing that, I've been working in it since the 80s. And it's worked. I've put together teams they've loved, and people didn't understand, or they circumvented. There's a whole different story there. Okay, that's all we need to know now.
Okay.
And that rippled, and it rippled outside of our planet. So be it.
I'm slightly confused, but not completely.
I'm just telling you guys.
Oh, I know.
I hope you'll share it.
It's probably a little bit beyond me at the moment,
Yeah.
But it does take understanding, That's what
a little
one of those
communication,
things.
like you guys. You guys are off the chain. You ask me a question. Hey Steve, how was your day? Are you thirsty? Would you like a Coke? Oh, and I get around.
Yeah, we have a good
I
time.
call you Denzel, and I call you the wrong name, but it's Benji,
Benji with the beard,
The beard, and I make fun of you because it's 2014, and I swear because I need to get blood flowing because we're at war. Because if we don't act now, the sun's gone and the whole universe dies. So, so be it.
Yeah.
That I said some things people didn't like.
Right.
And I had to slap some people around, but I was righteous for men.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that, Steve. Thank you, man. We definitely appreciate that.
And I'm glad I got family like you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We take care of our own,
We take care of everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
But when you're at war, you gotta gravitate to who's most capable and who's most godly. Those two things have to be there. Because we're at war. And you're fighting for mankind. You can't align yourself with someone that's thinking about themselves. You'll lose the war for everyone.
Yeah, I've never thought of it that way,
Right?
That's a good perspective.
And when I gotta survive, I gotta go to my source. Who knows me, mind, body, and soul. So I look for this, trying to build a support structure around me so I can live for you.
That's awesome. So hopefully your wife's at home and she's receptive,
I mean, people have to understand, I was given power to the whole damn universe by God. You like it or not, you can look back, you can track, you can talk to my friends. Like it or not. And I gave it back for mankind. I could be on a different planet, different solar system. I gave it back for mankind. I gave it back for my family, specifically my wife.
That's a big sacrifice.
Big sacrifice. And I've died 3 times. And I came back. You want proof? You could look at the different miracles, different things that occurred. Look at what happened in our store. You guys will vouch for that. It's
Yeah.
all good. Everyone becomes healthier. Everyone gets healed. We make new friends.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
we teach other people how to love. Before you know it, the whole entire universe is working together. It doesn't mean we're going to meet everybody. It just means we don't have to go to bed at night thinking that the boogeyman is going to come from outer space, because he's not.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean there's not potential threats. There is. Because there are some energy sources that don't understand love, and they'll just come and take. So we have to have a network of love based on our planet, so that if anyone does come 1,000 years from now, or 10,000, from a different galaxy, that we could say, hey, I'm your friend. I'm
Absolutely.
Benji. You want to have lunch?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that's how it should be. You know, an
Yeah.
attitude of love, people
Right.
all getting along, and if something did come down from another planet, you know, like
If it did.
and then we could show love and not have to have a war with each other.
No,
rather
right
than
away.
we-
It's like, hey, welcome.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, because we accept you automatically. You're with God, I'm with God. Now, if someone comes that's not with God, right away you say, hey, I'm your friend. What do you want? Because I've had many sources come to me trying to take me. Okay? But what happens is they come into me, this happens all the time. They come into me, they're killing me. This is true. I'm not going into details. They'll kill me. Not on purpose. They just see life and they want life. And then as they get deeper in, they're part of me. And then they feel love. It's more like it's more contagious. Love is contagious, but it's slow moving. Energy's fast.
Right.
So once that happened to me once, I'm like, God, I gotta think differently. There's things coming at us that are gonna kill us on accident because they just don't understand love. So I gotta learn to teach them and protect my family. So I left my family. My most important thing, I left my wife and everything. And I told her in secret, I said, listen, no matter what, you protect the family. No matter what you have to do, you align yourself with that family. And then I left. And so what if we weren't, she wasn't open all the time. She's protecting the kids,
Yeah, I mean, she has to, you know.
right?
And sometimes, like if somebody's attacking you, maybe she's got to separate herself in order to protect the family, like.
Yeah, so I don't know all the details.
Yeah.
All I know is that I'm damaged, my wife is damaged, my children are damaged, and they were outnumbered. So what happens is, this is very hard for a lot of people to understand. If you've got one positive neutron, and it's surrounded by negative neutrons, and don't take negative as bad. The positive neutron becomes negative. It's outnumbered. The energy of this direction seeps in. And it often seeps in when you're sleeping. So when I'm sleeping, if I'm around aggressive people, my dreams, my subconscious gets destroyed. It gets off center, right? I don't mean evil or anything, it's different.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm not me anymore. So I start making decisions that aren't me. Now if I surround myself with two people like you, and I'm sleeping, and I'm talking about just that part, my soul is protected. Because you're closest to me in proximity, so my soul gravitates to you and you. Get it?
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
can sleep, and my body doesn't go to heaven. Now, if I'm surrounded by evil people, my body goes to hell in different places. Not evil, aggressive.
Right.
Aggressive environment, right?
But passive will.
Passive,
Maintain-
passive,
no?
passive's not. It's got to be capable and godly.
Okay.
Capable to me, not necessarily how man interprets it. It's what knows Steve's soul the most.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
What could Steve's soul, when sleeping, knows the best? It's not about sex. It's about existence. Every organism's built that way. It's got a central nucleus, and it's got surrounding organisms. And we have communities. So you and I and Denzel, it's not your name, but I love calling you Denzel.
Because he looked like him,
We're right now, because I'm talking, I would consider myself the nucleus. And you guys are surrounding me, you're friends. And if someone came and was going to harm me, I know you're capable.
Absolutely.
Period.
Yeah.
But when I leave, Benji goes home. He's a nucleus. And he's got his own family and support network. And if he's smart, he knows how to pick it.
Absolutely.